Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news. If you've been following the Bears this offseason, you know things are heating up. Rumors are swirling, and now there's a serious buzz about a potential blockbuster trade involving Vita Vea, the dominant defensive tackle from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This isn't just idle gossip. Sources close to the situation are indicating that discussions are progressing toward a deal that could reshape the Bears' front line and quite possibly their future prospects for a deep playoff run. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Vita Vea? Is he really the missing piece? Well, let's break it down, and I'll tell you why this could be a game changer for Chicago. First, let's set the scene. The Buccaneers, after finishing 6-11 last season, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. They've got a solid cap space of around $36 million, but it's pretty clear they're prioritizing developing their young quarterback and accumulating draft assets. Tampa's looking to reset, especially after a tough 2025 campaign that exposed some weaknesses. They're actively shopping players like Vea, who, at 31 years old, remains a force inside the trenches. And when I say force, I mean a true colossus. Vea isn't just your average DT. He's a disruptive mountain of a man, capable of collapsing both the run game and pressuring the quarterback, making him an ideal anchor for any defense looking to elevate its game. Now, let's talk about Vea's profile. He's played 98 games in his career so far, registering an impressive 38. 5 sacks, which is remarkable for a defensive tackle. That's the kind of interior disruption that can completely change the mood of a game. His stats include 212 solo tackles, 5 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 12 pass deflections, 62 tackles for loss, and 85 quarterback hits. In 2025 alone, he played all 16 games, posting 5 sacks, 45 solo stops, 2 forced fumbles, 3 pass deflections, 14 tackles for loss, and 18 QB hits. His PFF run defense grade is an eye-popping 88. 9, ranking him among the top 3 defensive tackles in the league, and his overall grade hits 90. 1. This guy is a true game wrecker, especially against the run, where he's able to shed blocks and make plays in the backfield. But what makes Vea such a perfect fit for the Bears? Well, for starters, he's a game winner against the run, something the Bears desperately need. Last season, Chicago's run defense was giving up over 130 rushing yards per game, a number that's unacceptable for a team aiming to contend. Bringing in a guy like Vea could immediately change that. His ability to penetrate the line and occupy multiple blockers makes him a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. In fact, his presence could reduce the number of runs gained on the ground by an average of around 110 yards per game, a massive upgrade for a Bears defense that's been too soft up the middle. And it's not just stopping the run that Vea excels at. He's a proven interior pass rusher with a win rate of 20% in 2025. That's a number that puts him in elite company among defensive tackles. His pressures last season totaled 38, with 15 hurries, and he's known for creating pressure from the inside, collapsing pockets, and forcing quarterbacks into tough throws. When you consider the schematic fit, Eberflus defense emphasizes one-gap penetration and blitzing. Vea's skill set aligns perfectly. His ability to draw double teams opens up opportunities for other pass rushers, and his presence on third down can elevate the defense's overall efficiency. Now let's talk about the trade details. According to sources, the Bears are offering a first-round pick in the 2026 draft along with a third-round pick in 2027. That's a significant package, but one that could pay enormous dividends if Vea performs as expected. Insider sources close to the negotiations say that the deal is almost done, although nothing has been officially confirmed yet. The Buccaneers, on the other hand, are in a position where they want to rebuild, especially after their struggles last season and with their focus on young quarterbacks. They're looking to acquire draft capital to bolster their offensive line and secondary, particularly after a down year from Mayfield, who threw 19 interceptions and had a rating of 88. For Tampa's cap situation is favorable, about $36 million in space, so they're willing to part with Vea if the right offer comes along. For the Bears, this move could be transformative. Imagine V lining up across from Jervon Dexter, who's been showing flashes of promise with a PFF grade of 79. 3. V's interior presence would take some of the pressure off Dexter, allowing him to develop without the weight of being the sole force on the line. His ability to command double teams means opponents can't just focus on Dexter. They'd need to account for V's disruptive power as well. That in turn could lead to more sacks and turnovers, helping the Bears' defense become one of the most feared units in the league again. And speaking of impact, this isn't just about stopping the run. V's presence could significantly improve the Bears' third down defense, which last season was a concern. Eberflus' defense relies heavily on getting opponents off the field, and with V clogging the middle, third down stops could see a jump from around 43% to even higher. His ability to penetrate and collapse the pocket would also increase the number of QB hits and sacks, putting more pressure on opposing quarterbacks and forcing mistakes. This kind of interior disruption is crucial in today's NFL, where passing games are more explosive than ever. Looking ahead, the potential addition of V doesn't just boost the current roster, it sets a tone for the future. The Bears are clearly trying to build a dominant, versatile defense that can contend for championships. Bringing in a player of V's caliber is a statement that they're serious about winning now and in the years to come. His impact on the run defense alone could be worth the price of admission, and his ability to generate interior pressure would help the entire front seven operate more effectively. This could be the piece that pushes the Bears' defense from decent to elite, especially as they look to close the gap on NFC North rivals like the Vikings and Lions. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade gets finalized, but the signs are promising. If the deal goes through, it would be one of the most significant moves for the Bears in recent years, signaling a shift toward a more aggressive, defense-first approach. And let's be real, adding a player like V would energize the fans, ignite the locker room, and set the stage for an exciting season ahead. It's not just about the immediate impact. It's about establishing a new standard of excellence, one that could define the franchise for years to come. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering about the cap implications and how the Bears will manage to fit V into their salary structure. Well, Chicago has been doing a good job managing cap space, and acquiring a player like V might involve some creative restructuring or extending contracts. But that's a conversation for another day. Today, what matters is that the Bears are making a bold statement, and this move could very well be the catalyst for a new era of Bears football. But let's not forget the bigger picture. The NFC North is getting more competitive every year. The Lions are emerging as a powerhouse, the Vikings are always tough, and the Packers are never to be underestimated. To rise above that pack, the Bears need to make strategic moves that shake things up and send a message to the rest of the league that Chicago is back in the hunt. Acquiring V would do just that. It's a bold, aggressive step that shows the Bears aren't content with just being a middling team. They're aiming for greatness. So as this story unfolds, stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as more details come out, but one thing is for sure, the Chicago Bears are in the middle of something big. Whether it's V or another move, this offseason could be remembered as the turning point, the moment when the franchise took a giant leap toward reclaiming its place among NFL giants. And for us, the fans, that's what it's all about. We want to see our team dominate, to see that blue and orange flying high, and to believe once again that a Super Bowl isn't just a dream but a real possibility. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the potential acquisition of V could change everything, not just for the defense but for the entire team's identity. With V anchoring the middle, the Bears could finally establish a defensive front that's as intimidating as it is disruptive, forcing offenses into uncomfortable situations and creating turnovers that can fuel the offense. It would make the Bears a team that other teams fear to run against, a defense that can close out games, and a squad that's built to compete deep into January. And I think that's what all of us want, more than anything, to see the Bears return to their winning ways, to see their defense dominate, and to see the team compete at the highest level. If this trade happens, it'll be a statement to the entire league that Chicago is serious about contending, about building a championship-caliber roster, and about making a statement in the NFC North and beyond. The next few weeks are going to be crucial. We'll be watching closely, analyzing every detail and hoping that this move becomes a reality. But one thing is for sure. If the Bears land V-to-V, it's going to send shockwaves through the league, and fans like us will be celebrating a new chapter in Bears history, one where defense, passion, and relentless pursuit of excellence reign supreme. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Let's keep the passion alive and get ready for what could be an incredible season ahead. Bear down.